This red light is there, it's recording.
Oh, thank you so much. Listen, you have no idea who that girl was. Your wife, she was so beautiful. She has a great smile. Well, listen, we need to find out Jess's...
You know I used to do this for a living, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, Chris, if we can find out Jess's last name after this interview so I can call and leave a message in her room.
No problem.
That I do interviews. We have an hour of them?
Yeah.
Okay, now I need to make sure that this... Alright, well, I see it. Recording, but I don't see the counter.
Now, hey Nicole, you got to talk to me about how you want this done. You want just like one solid shot?
Sure.
You want me to like zoom in on Ryan when he's talking?
Absolutely.
Just whatever I think is right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're recording, eh?
Yeah, we are. I don't know if this is, though. This is...
This is my sock issue.
La, la, la. No, it says... Okay, it's counting down. I had it working before.
So Nicole's from LA too, if you didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just told Ryan my first night out as mom.
Oh, that's right, with the
The
show.
show the other night in LA. Okay, we're recording.
Recording?
Well, why isn't the counter moving now? Shit, I hear it now. 111, no. Okay, I see a level, I hear it.
Try both at the same time.
That might help. Alright, well, it says right, but now, okay. 2, 3. Brilliant. Alright, I'm gonna take this off because we're on camera, I'm not used to that. Unfortunately, we have to share a microphone, so even move in a little bit.
No problem.
I got no legs either. Your legs are in the clear.
Well, you may have to show
Uh-oh.
them. We are in Cancun, and it almost seems a shame that we're sitting in this room to do this interview because it's gorgeous outside.
Well, yeah, but I need a break.
You were just on a jet ski?
Yes, I was.
Well, I'm sitting here with Ryan Adams, and I'm so thrilled to be interviewing you. We had actually met twice before. The first time we met was in San Diego, I want to say about 3 years ago. And it was at a convention you were playing. It was the Gavin convention. The weather was miserable. You were playing in a little club, and the people were really rude, but I was such a huge fan. Strangers. San Diego, I can't remember the name of the club.
Oh, yeah, I remember that very well. Yeah.
Strangers Almanac had just come out, and I was in love with that album, and I was so excited to see you.
I was sitting outside next to a pink wall.
Uh-huh.
I remember that.
It was after the show, it was the end of the night, and you were there, and I was like nervous to go up and talk to you.
No reason to be nervous.
You were very nice and very gracious. And then, it was a few months later, you played in LA in a club called The Mint.
Yes.
And after the show, you were sitting at the bar just hanging out, and we had a wonderful conversation, and you actually gave me the double 7-inch record.
Yes, contrary to belief, I'm actually not a bad guy.
Well, that's the reason I bring this up, because you have a reputation of being a bit of a dick. And you're not. I mean, our 2 meetings, you were just wonderful, and it makes me even more excited to see you today. You've got a new record out. It's called Heartbreaker, and it's the first Ryan Adams solo album. How does that feel, going by your name?
Pretty normal, but good. Just the first in a succession of many records that just me on a trip. It's nice. It's nice to not be associated with the band all the time. And I like the idea of being able to switch it up when I want. I like performing solo. I like traveling with just only one person, a tour manager. It's easier to take planes to the show. I can get more done. I actually just reached a level of writing songs where I had enough or too many songs to really, remain in a band. Remain in a band that was, a shared brainchild of ideas. But, we did finish the Whiskey Town record. It was mastered yesterday, the last one. I start my new album Monday.
So it's kind of, things are being released out of succession. The Heartbreaker album was actually recorded after the Whiskey Town album that will be released in a couple of months.
Yeah, but the Whiskey Town record's released posthumously. There's no band to support it. It's something like, hey, this was what we were doing when the blackout happened. The Great American Music Blackout.
Okay, and then...
Thank you, Seagrams.
You
bastards.
You recorded... Well, yeah, the label that you were on kind of disappeared, so the third Whiskey Town album didn't get to come out. I had discussions with one of the record executives while you were mixing it, because he knew I was such a huge fan of the previous records, and I was going to come down to the studio, and then that never happened. Mark Williams was on the phone with me while I was going on.
Yeah, it was painful. Well, not really. I just took a year and a half off, and became a house husband. Fed the cats, didn't make food.
But writing music all along, weren't you?
I honestly didn't write for about a year. I just lived in New York, no city, and my girlfriend at the time had a very strenuous job, and so I just did house stuff. I got us an apartment and built shelves, and read books, and boat, watched television, played with the cats, and I don't know, that was fun. It was actually nice for me because I got a year to sort of grow into my own skin. No more wild, crazy touring, no more tour schedule or interview schedule or this kind of thing. It was just kind of like, okay, be me for a little while. It was nice to catch up. In that area, that's when I kind of got the idea to maybe go ahead and do my own record. Things kind of just fell into place.
So now, Heartbreaker, apparently you had, from what I read anyway, you've got a lot of songs ready to go, but you sat with your producer and decided not to just record the best songs that you had, but really be in the moment and record a really honest album. You went through a bad breakup.
Well, that's Ethan Johns. I mean,
Right.
Ethan, when I started working with Ethan, what changed in my life was that one is that he doesn't, as a producer, and it's really hard for an artist to find a producer, and I found one for certain, and he challenges me not to just go like, I'll write a song and it might be very pretty and it might be very easy to listen to, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's good for an album. And what he wanted to do with me is to quit making albums full of singles and start making pieces of art, like pieces of work. I don't want to say like I'm an artist because that's very redundant. And rock and roll is, I think rock and roll is serious and very cool and can be as beautiful as you like it to be, but I don't really think it's on the top of huge artistic merits, such as novels and paintings and pieces of classical music and things like that. But the idea is, for me, and I think in knowing that I'm trying to get records to be as close to something like that as possible. And one of the ways to do that is to not think commercially and to not think about what do people want to hear. Moreover, trying to think of like, what am I trying to say and how best can I say it. That's kind of his bag for me, and also kind of moved me on to trying to learn to play piano, which I play now okay, and write on it all the time, know where chords are, as well as experimenting with other instruments. And it turned out to be a great thing. I mean, Ethan also produced Pneumonia, the last Whiskey Town record, and that record, when people actually hear it, even though people think they've heard it because the bootlegs, they're not. That's not the record at all.
Okay.
It's just singles mixes. I got kind of basically what Ethan did and what I did in my time is in my early 20s, and I think a lot of people do this, and I definitely think that I had this idea about rock and roll being this thing that was attitude and having a good time and sort of excess and living that kind of rule. And at some point in my life, I dropped that philosophy, degenerated into I'd rather it be exactly musical. Like, who cares how anyone is dressed or how it comes across an electric guitar? That doesn't matter. What I want to do is I want to experiment with music as hard as I can so that I learn something in every song. So if I'm playing a song and I'm not actually in the process of learning anything or using something I haven't used before, then I'm not really growing. So I just, I haven't gotten too fruity, but I'm messing around with fruit.
Well, one thing I noticed when I was listening to the album was at the beginning of Damn Sound, I Love a Moving Rain. It sounds like that you started playing and the tape came on at the last second, and Rami Jaffney from the Wallflowers, who's a good friend of Ethan Johns, said that Ethan had told him you wrote that song as he was recording it, and he just said, "Oh my God, I got to get this going." And it went.
I was recording To Be the One on the record. I finished that track, and the tape quit rolling. And I said, hold on. I actually stopped the take of that take, and I said, hold on. And I started playing a riff, And then I started scribbling down my notebook. There was only 2 people in the studio, me and Ethan and an engineer. And they're in a glass booth all the way across this huge empty hall because little drum set, my acoustic guitar, and a piano in the other room. We didn't use very much instruments. And I started scribbling it down, and instead of me going, I was going to play it for them. I don't know what I was doing. I was just in that zone. And so I started strumming guitar. And I guessed it. I didn't see him do it, but apparently he leaped across the console and hit it, and mashed record. And that's why it was
Right.
And that's because that's exactly the first time I'd ever sung the song.
Wow.
Because the idea happened, and there it was. And then, of course, we only added 2 instruments to the song, and that was the circus drum, and then the piano, which is me going down, down, down. That's it.
That's actually one of my favorite songs on the album. When I heard that was the story behind it. It kind of blew me away. But, you say maybe you're not an artist or you don't like to be refer to yourself in that term. I consider you a great artist.
Yeah, but it's not high art. It isn't.
But it is. I think it is. For our generation.
I think Tina Modotti is high art. You know what I mean? Like Shakespeare is high art.
Of a different sort, but this is definitely art. And what you do is art. I was at the show with the Troubadour the other night. You were talking about just going out on the road solo yourself, and you had that room in the palm of your hand. And in a city like LA, that's not always easy to do. You've got there's this buzz about you that's rightfully so there. That you're this great artist waiting to be discovered by the masses. So. I've been singing your praises for a couple of years now, so I love Heartbreaker. I can't wait to hear Pneumonia, and now you have a new...
Remember Emily Dickinson, I'm nobody, you're nobody too, don't tell anybody. So they made it famous, what is that? Yeah, I don't know, I don't care. If they want to hear it, it's fine. I'm just going to hang out.
Now, what's the next? You're going to go back in the studio now and start recording the second Ryan Adams album.
Yes, it's a long player. So far, you're the first person I've actually said this to. It's called Gold. It's long, maybe 20-some songs, maybe. That's really being seriously considered. Pneumonia is not a double record. Everyone thought Pneumonia was going to be a double album. It's not. There was a lot of songs recorded for Pneumonia in the 30s, finished tracks. But I don't feel like, Ethan doesn't feel like, and no one really feels like that. It's a kind of statement that for a band, swan song that needs to be made. I'd rather it come out as the complete form that it needs to exist in, and be a concise record that can be listened to from front to back without wasting too much time. Although I, however, am in so shit deep with having so many songs right now that I feel compelled to really like, and half of them on piano, half of them not, and the players that are coming on the record or something else. So I really feel like it's time to make a very big, a bigger statement for myself. And after that, more jet skiing.
I got to hear your sound check from up in my room. My daughter was sleeping, and I was sitting out on the balcony.
I'm very sorry.
No, it was great. We were on the other side. You were loud and rocking, which is the total opposite of what I saw at the Troubadour the other night. So you have a full band with you. Who's playing with you?
Well, this is something called the Pinkhearts. It's a band. Well, the whole show's not that now. I'm going to play some of my own stuff on piano and acoustic guitar by myself, as always. And then the Pinkhearts, who are 3 of my close buddies from Nashville, we started a rock and roll band in Nashville because it seemed that there is a void of that there. And Billy Mercer, the bass player, a very close friend of mine, who actually looks like my twin.
Yes.
John Paul Keith, guitar player, who I love getting in arguments with, who's also my friend, but he can kiss my ass in a nice way. It's fun. And Brad Pemberton, the drummer, we all actually, they bartended at a place called 12th and Quarter, Nashville. We all ended up hanging out there. We were like the only people there that, when dressed up, may or may not look like B-movie Rolling Stones, like Kmart Rolling Stones members. So we ended up hanging out together, having drinks, and just one thing led to the next, and we ended up, doing this band. And so the Pinkhearts are my rock band because there is that void in my life since Whiskey Town was kind of a cross between rock and roll and 60s contemporary kind of folk and things like that nature, and some country rock, and all this stuff meshed together. So now it's cool. I have like sort of like my weekend rock and roll band for fun, and we've actually recorded something. It's not coming out yet, but so you know, it's Cancun and Mexico, and a lot of sun on my gay boys gonna come down, and here we are.
Very cool. Well, what I heard, and the first song I heard, I said, that sounds like the Stones. Who? And I looked down the list to see who's playing tonight, and who's the sound check. And it's like, it's got to be Ryan Adams. I guess he's got to be out with them because I know
There was Stones thing,
yeah, there is a Stones thing there. The new album is called Heartbreaker. It is out now.
Oh.
Heartbreak. I'm sorry.
Heartbreaker.
Heartbreaker.
I was just echoing you.
Oh, gotcha.
I was doing the Fred Sanford. Yeah,
Heartbreaker. Whiskey Town's Pneumonia will be out shortly. Do we have a date?
April 14th.
Cool.
I can't believe I remember that.
That's very good. And the new album Gold will be recorded starting soon. You're recording in LA?
Monday it starts with lots of really. It's going to be a great. And Ethan John's producing. Jim Kelton, Urban Montage. John Ryan.
Oh yeah.
Try to get Elton on a couple things. I wrote a song with Alanis.
I know Elton and Alanis were both on the show Tuesday night.
Yeah. So there's that. Those are my guests on the record. So, and so far, who knows? I think Amy Helm, Willie Helm's daughter, she's going to sing some and try to get Shelby and her to do the Motown stuff because I'm actually dipping into Motown and 60s big beat, Detroit big beat kind of rock.
Okay, well don't forget, I'm in LA, so if you ever want someone to come to the studio just to see how things are going, I'll volunteer. All right, tonight on the beach, Cancun, Ryan Adams, thank you so much.
Over now. All right.
Like God in his self-righteousness, you're a traitor and a thief, choking on your unplanned words, coughing up your lies.
Killing me. Sit down.
I gotta take pictures. I gotta.
Hey everybody, so make your way back up here from the bar and whatnot. We'd be for sure appreciative. My name's Chris Stacey. I'm the promotion guy from the brand new Lost Highway Records. Pretty excited about it.
As well as founder of the Jet Ski Association of Cancun.
Yeah, we had an excellent jet skiing excursion today. Anyway,
It was like old country jet skiing.
we spent a little time out on the water today. Anyway, just wanted to let you know what you were just listening to is a couple of tracks off Lucinda Williams' upcoming album. This new label we've got is really cool. It's home to amazing songwriters, and basically this label is all about making music for you guys. It's not very often in the music business, I don't think, that you get to work with an entire roster full of people that you really respect. One of the people on our roster is this man right here, Ryan Adams. And join in for a big listen. Thanks.
They don't actually respect me, they just put up with me. Alright, this is a song I wrote today about jet skiing.
Alright.
It's called I'm a Jet Skiing Fool. Feel my wrath. Someone with the jeans, the jacket, and the shirt. How'd I end up feeling so bad for such a little girl? And I hold you close in the back of my mind. Feels so good, but damn, it makes me hurt. And I'm too scared to know how I feel about you now. La Cienega just smiles and says I'll see you around. And I'll hold you close close in the back of my mind. Raise my glass, 'cause either way I'm dead. Neither of you really helped me to sleep anymore. One breaks my body and the other breaks my soul. La Cienega just smiles and says, I'll see you around. So the night here comes again. It's off with the jeans, the jacket and the shirt. How'd I end up feeling so bad for such a little girl? And I'll hold you close in the back of my mind. Feels so good, damn, it makes me hurt. And I'm too scared to know how I feel about you now. How I feel about you now. La Cienega just smiles and says, I'll see you around. I know the jet ski references are vague and stuff, but I'm just doing that, you know, whole Dylan Thomas thing, you know. What? Right, this song's about nail soup. Young boy done me bad, yeah, went and did me wrong. Young boy done me bad, yeah, went and did me wrong. And I got high. Lord, I got high. I got a bone to pick with you, and I'm sure you know it's true. Go one day when you're looking back, you were young and man, you were sad. When you're young, you get sad. When you're young, you get sad, and you get high. Oh, man. Young gal done me bad, yeah, went and did me wrong. Young gal done me bad, yeah, went and did me wrong. And I got high. Lord, I got high. Now you got a bone to pick with me, but I wish you'd let me be. Oh, one day when you're looking back, you were young and man, you were sad. When you're young, you get sad. When you're young, you get sad. You get high. You get high. Ooh, the days of rain fall you away. Ooh, the days of rain fall you away. You get high. 'Cause you got sad. 'Cause you got sad. Thank you. Good night. So I want to thank you guys for coming out. I'm sure that you probably must have read about me playing tonight in the local paper and came down, checked me out.
Heard it on the radio.
I drove down here from St. Louis last night. Got a lot of water in the engine. Worked out okay. I did discover something today that smoking and jet skiing do not agree at all. But in the back of my mind, I kept thinking that some way, some chance in hell, Keith Richards probably figured out a way to do it. So I was trying desperately to figure out what kind of code this is, like a World War II code or something. You know, how do you keep it not from being wet with no success? On that note, I'm just going to shut up and play another song. I don't know what song that is. Did I slip nor stumble? Did I trip cause I know I failed? All I know is I wake up here in my clothes tomorrow. Oh girl, I wish I knew you well. Oh girl, I wish I knew you well. But I'm just saying hi till you're answering back. Did I run? Thought I was walking through your inexhaustible game. The names have changed, but the constellations are still falling. Oh, girl, if you could only tell. Oh, girl, if you could only tell. But I'm just saying hi. Let your tears fall and touch my skin. Then your thunderclouds could rage in bed. I will collect your tears for you in butterfly jars. And oh girl, build your wishing well. Oh girl, build your wishing well. But I'm just saying hi till you're answering back. Did I sleep? Cause I must have been dreaming. Did I weep? Cause I cried like hell. All I want is your fortress of tears to crumble. And oh girl, I tear them down myself. Oh girl, stories they could tell, but they're just saying hi to my answering bell. Oh. I'm just gonna go over there for a minute. For my next song, I'm gonna play "Oh Fuck Me" in D minor. I know the talking isn't working, but I'm going to continue to make an ass of myself. Like in the car with your kid, you put the suction cup steering wheel on the other side of the front seat so they can pretend to drive. That's exactly what this piano is to me right now. Because I am a hack-ass piano player. But it always matches what I'm wearing, so it doesn't really matter. This song goes out to Super Business. Everybody wants you to be special. And everybody wants you to be high. They throw you down the road with your trouble, baby. Screaming, save me. They charge you with the rescue blue. Oh, the rescue blue. Oh, and everybody wants to see you suffer. They know that you need the pain so much. They throw you up a rope when you're too high to cruise, baby. Don't you lose, lady. And they charge you with the rescue blue. Oh, the rescue blue. Oh, and everybody wants to see you fall. That's why they always love to get you high. And everybody knows you need the pain so much, baby. Keep in touch, lady. Don't charge me with your rescue blow. Oh, the rescue blow. Oh. I knew I was never gonna talk to you tomorrow, but all the birds how they sing. If you were a bird, could you sing me a song of sorrow? 'Cause all I know now from you is grief. But I never wanted to be your rolling train. I never wanted to be your dancing shoes. I just wanted you to love me. I just wanted you to love me. Touch, feel, and lose. And cry, cry, cry. Cry, cry, cry. I thought maybe I could be some kind of shelter, but oh, your storm, how enraged. You know your kisses, they like lightning and thunder, and your smile is sweet and come down like rain. But I never wanted to be your rolling train. I never wanted to be your dancing shoes. I just wanted you to love me. I just wanted you to love me. Touch, feel, and lose, honey. Oh, oh, oh. Cry, cry, cry. Cry, cry, cry. Cry, cry, cry. Cry, cry, cry. 'Cause I just wanted you to love me. I just wanted you to love me. Touch, feel, and lose, honey. Now I'm going to bring my friends, the Pinkhearts, on stage, and we're going to hurt your eardrums really badly. Or something.
I know.
If we can't hurt your eardrums, I hope we at least hurt your feelings. Mr. Soundman, Chris, could you mute the guitar so I can put the...
Hey, let's play.
Bloody mates. Leave the rocks. I can't do it, man.
This is a story of a $3,000 Yamaha piano that I insisted having on stage 'cause I'm a diva with a raccoon haircut. I wore my shades all day in the sun, now I got raccoon eyes. I said, I won't go to Cancun unless you give me a piano. And they ran around for days going, we can't find one right here. I'm like, well, I ain't flying. So I played one lousy song on his piano, and everyone's gonna be very mad at me, oh well. Short for a man of my size. Ain't it too short always, Billy? Story of my life. It's the story of your life, oh well. Party life, oh well. Party life. I think I'm gonna need a longer guitar lead chord because my amplifier is over there in Guadalupe.
I hope those people didn't go to bed early.
They're gonna get loud. I heard sound check.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Now that it's no longer folk music, you guys are perfectly, it's okay to check out my ass all night now. Is this like Spinal? Okay, I'm sorry. Only slightly sorry. I just want to get on my monitor. Okay. A little bit more. Yeah. Talk all the time. I can't tell the difference in the truth or the lies. Where do I get off? Where do I get off this time? Everybody's fucking up. Everybody's fucking up. Everybody's fucking up. Who do I blame this time? You're talking all the time, but I can never hear the word. It's like you're talking all the time, but I can never hear the word. 'Cause I make it to feel your fault. Now I never to do as you told me. Now I heard it 1,000 times. I wouldn't tell you lies. Now I'm trying to remember it. Talking all the time, but I can never hear a word. It's like you're talking all the time, but I can never hear a word. 'Cause I'll make us feel your goal. I'll never to do it, I'm so bad. Now I've heard it 1,000 times. Why would I tell you lies when I'm constantly ready? Ooh. Billy Mercer's gonna tell a joke.
Oh, okay, yeah. Shit. I know tons, but I can't think of anything.
Tell the Dale Earnhardt joke.
Tell it!
I can't tell that. It's so mean. But I'd love to entertain everyone if you would love to. I can dance. Not really.
Tell the joke!
I can dance for inspiration.
No, I know so many jokes and I can't think of a fucking joke right now. I'm sorry. No. So bad. I mean, I work in a bar, like, when I'm not being a rock and roll guy, but,
What's the last thing a stripper does to her asshole?
drops him off, she drops him off at band practice. Don't do ding ding ding. I don't know any jokes.
Tell the Earnhardt joke!
Okay, what?
Tell
How
it!
do you count to four in Tennessee? 1, 2, Earnhardt, 4, 5.
The other one!
5, I meant, you know. Oh, shit, tell me a joke. I'm bad. I mean, this is very, very like bad Saturday Night Live, but it's really bad.
What did Dale Earnhardt and Pink
Come on, hurry.
The wall.
You pay for the pizza. How do you get a bass player off your front porch? You pay for the pizza. What do you throw a drowning guitar player? His amp. Okay. God damn, this is horrible. I'm sorry again. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, one more. What do Rhodey's kids do at recess? No offense. They watch the other kids play. I hang out with like sound man in Nashville, so it's like I know all these. Fuck. God, I'm so like potty mouth. Don't ever.